So, I want to talk about something I previously talked in a variety of places, in bits and pieces, or more in depth in one sixth piece, or stuff to add on, but ways of making clothes more accessible to put on for disabled people, or keep on, and also expand on some ideas a little more. One of the ideas I first want to promote and point out there is to have more latches on it so you can do a couple things. One is you could have a latch that lets you open up your clothes more wide at first, so you can have it so it's easier for you to put on because the holes are bigger. Then you narrow it down. You could also have latches that can convert a shirt from a shirt you put on through the sides or front to one that you put on overhead, or vice versa. So latches change by latching different places and change how you put on the shirts in a regular way to make it for your body type or locomotion or specific problems you have. This could include also much more for pants and stuff that maybe you just, if you have trouble bending down and stuff and putting pants on the floor or skirts, you put pants on your bed or a skirt on your bed and you sit on it and you latch it on front or something on the front. These latches also could be made so for shoes, so you don't have to tie your shoes stuff, and it could be strings and stuff attached so you can pull it from any location. Another idea is to have hooks or strings that you can pull on to pull stuff up if you have trouble bending or hanging it up. So like a little hook on your pants that you, if you have trouble bending, you walk over your pants or skirt and it's on the ground, then you hook up with something and you pull it up with like a little attachment or something, or stick with a hook. Or it has a piece of string that's hanging on the side of the bed, or something like that. Or you can imagine that if you have a top that has a very wide opening, you do it the same idea, just pull it up when it's on the floor, then you tighten with some other device for the top part. Yet another idea is to have a one-piece sort of thingy bobber, where let's say you put on your shirt, but it has a string or something that has your pants or skirt on the floor. And then you step into your pants or your skirt, and then from the string attached to your shirt, you can pull up your pants or something like that. That's another idea for all this stuff. Or you can have a one piece where you have a shirt with a skirt or something like that to make it more easy. They just put it over one thing like that. Um, or you start off the part and put on top, and one piece also might be easier because it might be less laundry to do for some people, not for other people. It might be harder if you have a bathroom accident because you have to change your whole outfit. So maybe these pieces are attachable and detachable for all these ideas. So another idea is to have a clip on underwear to your pants or skirt. And that way, when you put on your skirt or underwear, so you put on your skirt or pants, your underwear also comes along with it. And then you don't have to worry about us pulling up as much things up, and you can just make it a little quicker and more accessible. And the clip can be off if it gets dirty or something. Another kind of idea is to have clothes that adjust in different ways. And that clothing adjustment could allow these clothes to work in a variety of weather. So they have automatic ways of cooling or heating up, and they can adjust the amount of insulation. I've talked about a variety of ways doing it, from pumping in air to electronics to phase changing materials out there, and so on and so on. And the idea then is that you might not, or there's latches and stuff, you change the clothes. The idea is then you will not have to put on and off clothes for different types of weather as much. Or if a clothes is dirty, you just change, you remove part of the clothes but not the whole clothes, or turn part of it inside out. And therefore, if you can, and that just means that less changing with this. Another thing that we can include under adjusting clothes is to make 3D printing and manufacturing that can automatically make clothes more for different body types more easily in the future. Yet another kind of idea is to invent clothes that just last a lot longer. And by having clothes that last a lot longer while wearing them, So they don't get stinky as fast, they're more anti-stain. You could sleep in them more, or so on and so on. And then if people can wear their clothes longer, they have to go in and out of the clothes less. And that might also just reduce the hassle. If it takes someone 10 minutes to put on clothes, I'm making up this number, and an average person takes 2 minutes. If they have to change clothes now 5 times less, well, they get more of the convenience of having a normal person being that way. Another idea is to totally redo the dress codes. And because of that, that can make dressing more accessible. Because maybe they don't have to wear the fancy suits and stuff that are just very hard to put on, and they can put on the clothes that are easy for them to put on and wear them to events. Because maybe they have trouble tying ties, but because of dyspraxia or something. Maybe they have trouble finding suits in their body size, and so on and so on. Another more fancy and out of there idea is to have a robot that dresses you up. And that robot can dress you up in a variety of ways. But one way would be that it takes pants and stuff on the floor, or skirts, or whatever, and has a way of figuring it out and just lifting it up by a hook or something. So that's a simpler way. Just imagine a pole with a hook or something that latches onto our pants or underwear and just lifts it up all along your body. Another one is, now if holes through the rest of your body, that might be more complicated, and for different people. Robot dressing would, I wonder also how much non-disabled people will use it, because at first they might be that's silly, but some people might actually use it because people like not to do work. So maybe you can sell it to other people more than these other inventions. Another idea to put out there is to have a device with buttons and remote controls that you hit a button, and after you put them on, it tightens certain things for you, irreversibly or reversibly. Not irreversibly, but it does it so you don't have to hit buttons and stuff. So it's a little motor that tightens stuff, or it zips it up for you with a little thing, so you can reach places that you can't reach. So, for example, shoes, they step in, you hit the button and the shoes tighten up for you automatically, or loosen up. And then this can also be an emergency way of untightening them normally. That's more complicated, and the reason why you might need to have more complicated latches that might actually make it less accessible at times is because you also need to have latches that do not come undone too easily, that your clothes are constantly falling off, which will be very, very embarrassing. So that's just a few ideas I have. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It will help stand out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, 4,000 watch hours. This is really hard, really hope I can do it. Also, if you have any ideas for future videos, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Again, thank you much. Goodbye.